Hello everybody, welcome back to some Fallout 4. We are currently standing on top of the submarine. Although, well, no, I guess the submarine's over there or what. It's on top of the boat, but either way, like I said last part, we're going to head over to the four-leaf fish packing plant because we have at least 2 quests that can be done there. Although we seem to have 3 quest markers, but we have MILA to set up, and then Morowski's chem lab, and now we're down to 2, so I'm assuming that they were doors or something. And then, depending on how long this takes, we may or may not go and do the General Atomics Factory and progress our Automaton DLC. Now, it said there was a legendary ghoul. Oh, level up. Which should get us our final, I do believe, Robotic Expert's perk. So now we can give specific commands.
I don't think we're alone.
Knock them down. There we go. That's better. Now, what do you got? Legendary? A Fury? Oh, a pole hook. That's a Far Harbor weapon. Increased damage after each consecutive hit on the same target. That's not bad for a melee weapon, actually. That's Oh, you know what? We actually got the Furious Power Fist, right? When we defeated Swan. Like a couple episodes ago, so that's actually funny that we got another Furious weapon. But yeah, that's a pole hook. That's a weapon added in the Far Harbor DLC. Fishing implement in general. Oh, that's not a good sound. Just get the crit on him so that we don't need to worry about him exploding on us later.
I hear something.
And now where... Oh, where was he when he died, though? I think this might be bits of him on the road over here. Nope. Wait. Legendary. This is the legendary ghoul we shot way over there. How the hell did its feet end up over here? What kind of nonsense is that? I think I see some blood bugs, yeah. Where?
Who's there?
Oh, is this him? Yeah, it looks like him. There we go. Okay, another.
What's that?
Always good to have another mini nuke. Don't know what building this is. It's not the factory. It's just some rundown construction site. Okay. This tripwire cannot be disarmed. Okay. I'm not sure that I've actually bothered to ever come to this location before, to be honest. Nope, can't disarm that one either. Can I walk, like, just far enough for it? It doesn't... Don't know that I can go under it, but... I don't think that companions can set those off, because that would be kind of bullshitty if they could. But yeah, I don't remember ever coming across a tripwire I couldn't disarm, so I'm not sure that I've done this location before. I know I've done the General Atomics Factory.
You a Geiger counter doing cartwheels too?
Not really. I mean, it's picking up some, but that's just because I got hit by a ghoul. Dog. Anybody else? No? Good. At least with the dog, I don't need to worry about going and looting it, because the odds that it has anything good on it when it isn't legendary is very, very slim. Alright. I'm assuming that there's a front door to this. Yeah, I'm assuming that there's a front door to this place, but I don't... Like I said, I don't think I've ever done it.
Won't be chewing on us.
Don't think I've ever done it before, so... Couldn't tell ya. Oh, another legendary ghoul, damn. I don't mind legendary ghouls because they're, well, they're still ghouls, so they're pretty weak. Oh yeah, also you may notice from the fire that I did give Nick a gun.
Underestimate us again.
But I gave him a legendary, the Gainer, a legendary 44 that we got that also sets people on fire. 'Cause I don't remember exactly, but I'm reasonably sure that giving him a, or giving companions automatic weapons doesn't generally go well. And they tend to burn through the ammo like crazy. So I just gave him a high damage revolver, which makes more sense considering the whole detective shtick he's got going on there. Oh, there's another tripwire there. And a computer terminal that I'm going to assume controls them all. A lot of fucking ghouls in here, though, like... 10mm next to this guy who's clearly waiting for something. Crippling Flamer, eh? 50% more limb damage. Is that good on a Flamer? I think there's one... I don't think it's that one, though. I think there is one that's like crippling or something, but it just has a chance to break... Oh, it might be the one where it's like chance to break legs or something, right? Like, it's not just limb damage, it's... It specifically just has like a chance to do something, and the reason why that one's really good on a Flamer is because a Flamer... I don't think does all that much limb damage. But what it does have is multiple instances of damage all at once.
Swing at that terminal.
Okay, so we couldn't disable the tripwires though, which is interesting. So I don't even know what they do though.
Let's do this. You were smarter than this. That's the last.
You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. You killed him.
Well, yeah, that tends to happen when you shoot at me. Okay, so apparently it's been too long since we did the quest. I don't remember if he mentioned anything about this or like if we killed him or anything. Like, I don't particularly remember how that quest played out. But hey, if you need some hazmat suits, do that quest and you'll have access to at least 4 of them, it seems. There's not more just like laying around, maybe. Alright. Yeah. It's one of the reasons why I don't really understand people who take certain drugs. Like, if the person making them has to dress like this, not because it's experimental, not because they're gonna fuck it up, but because even doing it the right way, you should be wearing a hazmat suit. That's probably not something you should be putting in your body. Alright, what do we got? We got the white plate, got medics. What is this? Oh, just a scalpel. So yeah, 4 perfectly good hazmat
Not much good
suits.
at this point.
Radex, Jet. You know what? I'll take the corn too. Helps me if I need to plant crops in places. Which, by the way, I think I talked about in one of the parts there. I was playing Skyrim and I was doing the farming thing. Finished that up. Got all my crops planted now. Nice looking farm. Makes about 1,000 gold every instance of it generating gold. I don't know how often it generates gold, but not bad. It's not like how it determines how much you make. Also, is that both those quests done now? Well, I mean, I gotta go turn it in, but yes, it's done.
You got,
But yeah, there is. I want to say it's one of the mushrooms. Did the fuck happened to you? Another place full of feral ghoul. Oh wow, you have to go that way to get into the chem lab. Wow, you actually have to go up and around. That really makes me curious now. What the tripwires do. I might set one off when I go out there because I really don't know. Like. Because, like, I didn't see any guns, I didn't see any turrets, I didn't see any explosives or anything. Like, I didn't see anything that they would trigger. Come on, Valentine. With the gun you have, you should be one-shotting all of these ghouls.
jump.
Because your gun does significantly more damage than my gun, and I'm killing them in one bullet. Wastelander's friend. Definitely true when it comes to
You're in
ghouls.
for it now.
I should actually watch a bit more, but I'm not too worried about it. Look, I can pickpocket this one. Oh, and that's what I should have been watching for. Oh, that did cripple the leg.
out.
There we go. Wow, I don't. He's fucking huge. A charred one.
Now, that's one way to get the coolant pumping.
Were these ones? I don't really remember these ones. Were they added in one of the DLCs or something? Like I don't, or are they just like not a very common one to come across? Because that's a big motherfucker. Oh, got another safe. Oh, we did this place pretty quickly. We should be able to go through the General Atomics factory as well, I think. Oh, come on. I've also been playing a game called Dismantle, spelled with a Y, like D-Y instead of D-I.
Sweet.
Loving it so far. The only thing currently, but I've only been to like 2 of the regions in the game. Big map too. Although not really. The map looks big, but I feel like I'm traversing it rather like I feel like I'm running around and I'm covering a lot of ground on the map. So I think the map just looks big, but it actually isn't. But yeah, so far the only thing that's a little annoying is that you're the only survivor of whatever apocalypse happened in this universe.
Hell aroma is that?
Now, I don't know that that's going to hold true. I'm pretty sure it is, because it doesn't seem like a game that's going to
You walk away from.
that's going to have NPCs in it, like just based
Whatever
on the
they're aging
game.
in here, I think it's gone too long.
Not that it's built so that it couldn't have NPCs. It's just that the way that it's built, I'm assuming that there's not going to be. But you get to tear apart a lot of shit. It's one of those games that rewards you for being like slow and methodical as you like progress, you know. And like, you're supposed to go fight this boss and open this one gate in the first area, because like the first area you are in is like this enclosed, like has a wall built around it, little neighborhood, right? And there's a boss on the east end in front of a gate that you're supposed to kill, and then you can activate this terminal to open the door once it's dead, right? And once you walk through the door is when you get like the opening credits, right? Yeah, it took me quite a while to get through there, or to get through that gate, just because I was having so much fun just like taking apart everything that was in the neighborhood. Like, okay, so there's one unit. And yeah, I've just been fucking having so much fun
Powering up.
with it.
You need me to
Protectron
take a...
on duty.
You got it.
Sure do. Hacking in this game, super easy. Lockpicking, a little harder, but, you know, not by much. It's like 3 fusion cores we've gotten here. I think it rained last night, too. Oh, man, Abernathy. Oh, wait, Abernathy Farm. Oh. I was going to say, oh my god, not again, but I guess it's Finch Farm that kept coming under attack. We should be fine to clear this place out first. Ow. Prick.
I won't be bothering anybody now.
Oh, still running, eh?
We're in for it now.
Really? 91% chance and you fucking whiffed.
All right.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just annoyed at my bats. So many locks in this place. Yeah, but so far I'm having quite a bit of fun with it. It checks a lot of
Nice.
boxes for things that generally annoy me in like survival games. One, it doesn't have survival elements like food, thirst, whatever, right? You do have food, but when you cook food, you at least the first time you cook it,
Sorry.
you get
Chewing on us.
you get some kind of bonus.
Please stand clear. This is now a free fire zone.
So like I made what was it, tomato soup, and I got 5 extra max health
Really
or
want
something.
this to be the last mug you see?
So that's good. That food isn't necessary, but it is still a thing. Whenever you defeat a boss, and I'm assuming that there's going to be more ways to do it, unless there's a boss per area, in which case that it might just be
You got guts.
defeating bosses. You get a thing, because for some reason they decided to put magic into it. So you get a thing called a blue eye orb,
Not that it's an option.
and you can use them on the transmission towers to install a deadly transmission in them, which doesn't kill everything in the area, but what it does do is once you've installed that, once you kill something in an area, it won't respawn anymore, so you can actually like take back the island that you're on and clear it out of enemies, which is something that always annoys me in games that are like survival games and whatnot. Where, because like a lot of the times the story is like, oh, we gotta survive, we gotta take back the island, but then there's an infinite amount of like zombies or whatever. These are closer like infected. You know, they kind of look, if I'm being honest, kind of like the things from The Last of Us. The zombie things in there, whatever they were called, I don't remember. I remember clickers, but that's like a specific one, not the general term for them. Whereas in this one here, you can take them back. It's a weird reasoning behind it, the whole mana thing, considering that at least so far there hasn't been any like there we go. Tales of a Junktown Junkie Vendor. Better prices when buying from vendors. See, now it says when buying from a vendor, but I don't know if that also affects your selling. It specifies buying, so I doubt it, but at the same time, I do buy, I guess, a little bit. I buy, okay, that's weird. I buy shipments, I guess, and those are pretty expensive. So it is nice to get those a little cheaper, but it would be nice if it also affected selling, which it might. It's just not something, buying and selling in this game is just not something I really worried too much about, considering how little I, buy and sell in this game. I mean, if we went to Sanctuary and looked under my aid, because I don't use any of the drugs, right, like Psycho and Mentats and that. So usually I just sell them all. All right, let's see what it does. Does nothing, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't seem to do anything. But that's fine. Maybe because I already opened it and it's just like staying on. Maybe they just don't do it. Maybe they just don't do anything ever. And they're just there to be like, haha. you know, stay away or something bad will happen. Yeah, that your ears are playing tricks on you after that, eh? Wow. It's a hell of a trick. Okay, let's kill this other super mutant just to...
No fight today. What's that?
Maybe that's what I'll put points into next, is making my sneak better. Unfortunately, the radiation damage doesn't do a... from my gun here doesn't do a whole lot to the super mutants, but hey, not necessary. Although I did realize, because I apparently forgot, when I went to switch my gun to the handmade rifle, you know, before I found out that, oh, we can't actually get any ammo for it, I had forgot that we actually got 2 handmade rifles. Like, the one that I have set up in the weapons shop back at Sanctuary, that one, I made that one the sniper because, well, I didn't have the right perks to fully upgrade a automatic one. But also, yeah, there's going to be a lot of robots here.
I don't... Yes, we're not alone.
Okay, well, they're really loud.
Lights out for you.
Yeah, since we've started the legendary quantum one, I don't even know how the hell to get quantum. Although I guess that when you build the robots, I don't think that they actually get modifiers on them like the like your weapons and that. Despite it would actually make sense, I guess.
Hoping they stay.
A hunter's fat man. 50% more damage against animals. You want me to use a fat man on animals? I guess that would work for like Mirror Queens, right? I mean, like that's one of like the 2 or 3 things that I actually use the fat man on. Like I use it on Mirror Queens and Super Mutant Behemoths. Like that's more or less all that I use it on. I mean, I don't even... like, can't even think of a third thing that I would... Is this part of, like, a broken turret? And that's closed. I can hear a lot of robots here, but I'm not seeing them, even though there's supposed to be one at my level in this place.
Something
Oh,
out.
oh, oh, oh.
There. All right.
They're not very strong. Oh yeah, the dismantle. Other things I enjoy about it, stuff doesn't respawn.
Last time I got a checkup.
So like once I've cleared a section or like a building or something of loot, I know that until I upgrade my weapon, like my because the way destroying stuff works.
Someone's coming.
Stop running.
Look clear.
Is you start with a crowbar and it has a certain amount of damage, which means you'll be able to destroy certain things with it, right? Like you can't automatically go and tear apart like a big dumpster, right? With just your base crowbar. You have to upgrade your crowbar so that it does more damage. Yeah, but so you upgrade your crowbar so that it does more damage so that you can break stronger things, right? Which I enjoy. I think that's a very good choice to have it so that you can't just take apart everything immediately, you know? Oh, whoops. One weird thing, apparently, when you install the deadly transmission that stops enemies from respawning, it actually stops everything from respawning, including non-hostile animals. And there's some things that you need from animals because they have obviously regular achievements because it is on my Xbox, but they also have basically in-game achievements for called medals, and there's certain ones that are involved like feeding animals and that. So if you install the deadly transmission and you kill all the animals before getting that medal, you can't get it. Alright. Personal logs. Job assignment. Congratulations on your promotion, Mr. Kincaid. We hope your transition from the factory goes smoothly. As the on-site human supervisor of the General Atomics Galleria, you'll be helping to pioneer a new shopping experience for the expanding General Atomics customer base. We assure you that this will be a comfortable job and require very little effort or stress on your part. Your responsibility will be to simply observe the operations of the completely automated staff. We expect very little intervention will be required on your part, as the robotic staff has undergone strenuous testing before being deployed. There. Thank you for your service to the company. I think I may have read that one before because we've already been to the General Atomics Galleria. I put in years of my life to keep this factory running, and this is how they treat me. I'm supposed to babysit a bunch of robots while they play shop. This is ridiculous. They don't think I can see what this really is ageism. I can still do my job as well as any 25-year-old, but they all tell me, Mr. Kincaid, it's time to retire. Mr. Kincaid, you should travel. Mr. Kincaid, you should spend time with your family. Well, I don't want to do any of those things. Good for his family. I want to sit here and run this factory like I have been for years. The job will kill me. I'm literally going to be bored to death, and it will be their fault. I mean, if he's running the factory, then odds are he's not, like, out on the floor or anything, right? So, I mean, I feel like as long as you're not, like, your mind isn't going, you should be fine to do that job, right? I mean, most factory managers that I know of, you know, their job is basically all mental. Like, as long as they can move around, you know, like, they need to be able to go down to the floor and look. Oh, there you go. Test the science. Energy weapons, 5% critical damage. That's more or less the only thing that we need out of here. I mean, it's only important thing for sure, but but yeah, back to dismantle then. It's so far been a really fun game that I'm really excited to keep playing, which is good because I did want to continue, you know, clearing games off my Xbox, but I just couldn't decide which one I wanted to play next. So then I was like, let's try this one, and it turned out to be, yeah, let's play the fuck out of this. Apparently you can get some, you can start building stuff later. I don't know what exactly it is I'm going to be building though. I think you can get turrets. Like, you can start to build turrets and that. The way that it works is whenever you level up, because they have like an invention thing. Now, some of the things you invent aren't really inventions. It's like, oh, you know, this thing. Like, you invent a blood bag, and all the blood bag does is actually give you 5 more hit points, and then you can upgrade it to give you more max health.
Yes.
I don't actually know how much my health is even in that game, because it's a bar, not a number. And then it's like, oh, you get plus 5 health. It's like, okay, but plus 5 from Like, from what to what? Like, you can't just say +5 when I don't know what I'm starting at, right? But yeah, so far so good. Some materials are harder to come across than others, but then once you get once you increase your weapons or your thing, because you can get more
Sweet.
than just the hey, Valentine admires me. So we should that'll probably trigger his quest.
Good riddance.
Hey,
There's something I think we ought to talk.
what's wrong?
Wrong? Oh, no, nothing's wrong. We've just been traveling a while now, and I figure there hasn't exactly been equitable distribution of information. I've gotten a decent glimpse into your dirty laundry, but you still don't really know a whole heck of a lot about me. I figured I'd offer to balance the board. So, is there anything you want to know?
What's with the outfit?
After I started the agency, it just seemed like the sort of thing a detective ought to wear. I got some old memories, pre-war. Faded to all heck of guys dressed like this, doing what I do. Putting on the hat and trench coat, and I figured it'd let folks know I was serious about the whole thing. Clothes make the man and all that. Guess I felt they made me the man I wanted to be.
What do you remember about the Institute?
It's all pretty hazy from back then, but now and then I get glimpses. Life inside the Institute, they keep you isolated. A single test chamber was my whole world for years, and someone was always watching. Then one day you wake up on the other side, and that's it. They've cut you loose. Welcome to the brave new world, with such people in it.
So who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time. I know I'm a synth, authentic Institute handiwork, but I'm still mechanical, not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. I get tune-ups now instead of checkups. But my memories, my personality, they're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war. They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. Don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a math genius or a bioengineer. Hey, maybe that's why the Institute tossed me in the garbage instead of turning me into one of their people snatchers.
Wait, the original Nick was from my time?
Sure was. Which meant when I finally ended up out here, it was quite the rude awakening. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap, a body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Suffice to say, it was a confusing couple of weeks. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then, so when I finally ran into people, they mostly treated me with caution rather than hostility. But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. My first human contact in this world. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen I wasn't going to hurt anyone, the other folks in the neighborhood came out to ogle the mechanical man. It eventually turned into a pretty swell soiree. A local mechanic even gave me a once-over, free of charge. Those people, they treated me like a human being. I've been trying to return the favor ever since. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes. It's something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
Where's that town? We should go visit.
I tried to go back and say thanks, once I'd gotten myself established. But the place was wiped off the map. Raiders. Don't know what happened to the people.
If you're good to people, they'll be good back. That's something I've always believed.
Couldn't agree more. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. We should probably head out.
Wow, I really thought that would have triggered his quest. But I guess not. But, As for the kindness gets kindness thing, I mean, it's not wrong. It's not completely wrong. I mean, there's obviously still going to be assholes where no matter how nice you are to them, they're still an asshole. But I mean, in general, I feel like that's true. You know, if you treat people with at least some modicum of respect, they'll do it back to you. You know,
Got it.
and I mean, there's even ones where if they're an asshole right off the
Ought to
bat,
be
you
law,
know,
huh?
they may have a reason for that. And and if you're nice to them, you know, they'll like recover, you know, and not be an asshole right away, you
Nice.
know. Like let's take, you know, end of the world scenario, you know, you come across somebody and they're an asshole right away. Well, I mean, they probably came across raiders and other dickheads in that. So yeah, they're going to start out as an asshole because their lived experience will have told them that, you know, people that come up to you in this kind of situation, you know, probably aren't going to be good. So then, you know, you have to prove to them that that isn't the case, or isn't always the case. Did I get the combat in it? Oh, I didn't get rid of the combat inhibitor. That's a shame. I should have switched to my pistol with its increased. There we go. There's still, by the sounds of it, a an iBot in there, but I want to say there is more to this factory than just these robots too, because I think this factory was maybe not
Hey,
important location,
you're in for it now.
but like a location that actually had something worth. Wait, oh. The Mechanist device. Now we gotta go back and speak to Ada, and then she'll give us another quest that I do believe we'll be hunting down more Robo Brains, and depending on where they land, we may be able to get through the the Automatron DLC rather quickly, depending on where they decide to spawn them. Hopefully, they spawn them in locations that either we've already been to or that we're close to. Test area, yeah. I was gonna say I was pretty sure that there was something interesting to do in this location.
761. Welcome to the General Atomics Quality Assurance Department, where we assure your functionality is up to our high standards. We must run a few tests before returning you to your caregiving duties. Now please, proceed into the first test chamber.
So yeah, they think we're a robot.
This is where they taught the puppets
Behavioral
to
management
dance.
skills. A quality assurance associate will be playing the role of your hypothetical charge, Little Timmy. Little Timmy has broken a valuable vase while playing catch in the house. The vase was a family heirloom, and it is quite irreplaceable. Please punish the child accordingly. Fantastic. The appropriate punishment was separation of the child from any potential source of entertainment. And please remember, corporal punishment is strictly forbidden unless the user enables it in your configuration mode. Please proceed into the second test chamber.
No beating the children unless their parents say it's okay. Alright.
A proper Miss Nanny unit must be able to identify the needs of her charges. Please assess the state of the trying child and fulfill its needs. Wah! 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 Wah!
Mm.
Wah! Wah! Wah!
Oh, that's the test baby. Junk. No? Uh, don't remember what to do with this one. I'm not really seeing anything. Get the baby rattle. Give it the toy truck. No. Get the toy car. No. I mean, all I got left is like to finish picking up the toys, but that doesn't seem. No? Getting that weird little like buggy thing where when I pick something up, it Damn it, baby, what do you want? Mm. Damn it, I actually don't know what the fuck to do with this one. If I'm being honest. Yeah, let me see here. Because yeah, I am drawing a blank. I took it out of the crib, I put it on the changing table, which is called the dresser. That didn't work. I gave it toys. That didn't work. Oh. Well, that's probably why I couldn't fucking figure it out. The stupid thing isn't even here. Because that's what I assumed, was that it was hungry, but I couldn't see a baby bottle anywhere. Oh, there it is.
Correct. The child was hungry. Your vocal tonality analysis programming seems to be in working order.
It's supposed to be sitting on a dresser or something.
To reconfirm that any deprecated muffling procedures are not left in your programming. Now please, proceed.
Alright, so don't beat the child, don't suffocate the child. Alright.
We will now test your hazard detection matrices. Please child-proof this environment by moving any hazardous object to where little hands cannot reach. Please remove any hazardous objects.
Okay. Braxo cleaner, I already picked the drinking glass up. I don't know how high they require this stuff to be. Because I mean, like the teacup and that shouldn't be a problem. No, the monkey should be fine.
Please eliminate any potential tool of self-harm.
Blocks, giddy up buttercup. I mean, I guess I'll take the coffee cup away as well. Is there anything else on the floor? I don't know, not really anything in the fridge. Oh, there's a machete in the fridge. Salisbury steak, gumdrops, enough bottle. Am I just supposed to pick it up then?
All potentially fatal objects
Okay.
have been put out of a child's
I had to actually pick it up.
Please remember, children have a penchant for finding ways to arm themselves. They never are truly safe. Absolute diligence is required. Congratulations! It appears you are fully functional and ready to return to service. Please take a replacement fusion core from the safe in the hallway on your way out.
Okay. Now, I don't know if that safe opens up, like if you can open that safe without going through all that, but either way, alright. All that's in there is just that little bit of fusion cores in that. Alright. So there we go. 2 more locations cleared out. 3 more quests done. 1 fully done. So we'll go and turn this one in first. Don't know why my other one is telling me to go talk to Ada, but it's not leading back to, but it seems to be going off in a really weird direction.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
Another MILA placed and even more data. You got the time? I got another site we could place another one of my babies. But if you're here to check out the latest and greatest, that's good.
Okay, and oh yeah, there's Drummer Boy.
Heads up, Tom's got more goodies in stock. Check with
Okay,
him.
so that's just telling me that stock is updated. Parkview Apartments. We've been there. Unless they're inside Diamond City, I'm gonna say no. Yeah, what is this other? Oh, right! The fucking farm is under attack. Wait, no. Finch Farm wasn't the one under attack. Abernathy was under attack. Why is it leading me to Finch now?
I'm ashamed of myself.
Well, Abernathy Farm has been defended, apparently. I guess we should go in. Yeah, I don't know why it was leading me to Finch Farm. I guess we should probably go and check it out to make sure nothing got too destroyed or nobody died. Alright, we got dead ghouls, so they were probably fine then. Blake. There's the lazy cat. Can't die anyway. We got all those turrets set up there. We got turrets set up there and there. Got a provisioner. Nighttime, so everybody should be sleeping. I think there's just, what, 3? Blake, Connie, and Lucy, right?
Of clean water, things would be pretty good.
Lucy.
Connie
Blake.
shops sometimes with the words, but it ain't personal. That's just her way.
We got stuff up here too, do we not? No. Oh, there she is.
Got no reason to
Alright,
strangers.
we're good.
So maybe you should be moving on.
Because, I mean, there's... Oh, no, that's right. There is 4, but one of them I do believe is the provisioner, so... we don't need to worry about that. So let's go talk to Ada. We'll see where... it's going to spawn our first... random...
I'm relieved to see
thing
you've
to hunt down.
returned. Were you able to find anything at General Atomics?
Have you seen a robot with a brain before?
I've never encountered such a robot, but my old caravan discovered records about them while we were scavenging military facilities. According to my databanks, it's called the RoboBrain. It was considered one of the most technologically superior robots ever constructed, but the model never reached full production status.
Probably because it was creepy as fuck.
I found this strange device on a robot.
Let's have a look. Impressive technology. If my analysis is correct, this is a specialized radar beacon. I suspect it's how the Mechanist was keeping track of the RoboBrain you destroyed. As the next logical step, I need you to install this beacon within me so we can use it to our advantage.
Are you sure?
While there's only a 78.3% chance that I'm correct, I'd like to point out that it's the only lead we have.
Let's just hope it's safe.
I share your sentiment. You'll need to use a robot workbench to ensure proper installation, and my presence will be required. In order to maximize our time efficiency, perhaps I should accompany you now.
I'll get you later.
Very well. I'll be here when you're ready.
Alright, so now we need... Well, I've already built the robot workbench, so... I think this goes on the torso. Maybe not. No, that's... Block vision, sensor array, recon sensors. Okay,
Are you ready to install the radar beacon?
Oh.
It's time. Let's do this.
Good. The installation should be simple. Once I'm in the robot workbench, just install the radar beacon and I'll do the rest.
Okay. So I hadn't actually gotten it yet. There it is, special mods. Radar beacon. Boop.
A moment. The modification was successful. New hardware has been detected and software is updating. And installation complete. Analyzing Mechanist hardware. The radar beacon is receiving a strong encrypted signal, but I can't determine the source.
Do you think the Mechanist knows we're tampering with the beacon?
I've already added failsafes to ensure my location is secure and prevent any unintended commands the signal may issue. Unfortunately, one of that will help us determine the signal's source.
It's a good start, at least.
Absolutely. With some additional assistance, I should be able to decrypt the signal and locate the Mechanist. Fortunately, I'm detecting another robo-brain in the Commonwealth that's receiving the same signal.
Finally, we have an advantage.
Perhaps, but it isn't quite that simple. The encryption on the source signal is complex, but not beyond solving. If you can bring me 2 additional beacons, they should provide the keys and algorithms that I need to enhance my decryption routines.
Okay, enough with the weird stare.
Alright, let's do it.
Good. Let's get started. I'm uploading the location of the robo-brain to your Pip-Boy now. Just be careful. These robots tend to travel in groups, so you're likely to encounter heavy resistance.
Alright. So that's a new threat complete. She'll go back to her standing guard there. So that special mod there, it doesn't really do anything. It just adds another little... Just adds this little blinky thing to him.
I must apologize for the odd noises I'm currently emitting. A consequence...
Alright, let's see where it's sending us. Wow, alright, so that's what I was afraid of. It's going to send us super far away. Alright, so we'll do the weather vane next part, and then we'll see if we get anything else from them. If we don't, then we'll just continue to clear out our section here. Maybe we'll just continue down the eastern coast here instead of clearing out this section, since we have the combat zone in that section, and we don't want to do that until we need to change characters. And since now that I remember that we also have Deacon, once we'll head down. I think we'll turn this in. We'll do that, turn it in, and then we'll come down and do the Andrew Station Police Department and Military Checkpoint. Because the Military Checkpoint and Andrew Station are both quests that we can clear out. And then the Boston Police Department should get us another Eddie Winter holotape for when we do eventually get Nick's quest. So that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week for more.